Straight up Tennessee family. Yeah. I mean, that's how this is gonna. I mean, this is where we are. Man, like there's not a lot of words. Not a lot of words to say. Not a lot of words to put out there to the world. Tennessee did what we thought was the way it happened is worse than what happened. 45-24 inside of Neyland Stadium to a team that was much better than you this season as far as record concerns, what they've been able to do and things of that nature. But it's not okay. I got my boy Dylan with me. We're going to take this. I don't know where this is going to go. Not a good season. I think that we all picked 9-3, 8-4, right at the top of the year, right? And I think that was because we knew this team wasn't going to be like incredible, right? What happened in May happened, and it hurt. It hurt us big time. And we still were better in a lot of areas than we were last year, but it still wasn't good enough. The main place that we got worse at, that everyone thought going into the year would continue to anchor us, was defensively. And I've said this for a long time. Heupel has to fire friends. Is he going to do it? Come in here, mourn with us. Come in here, be sad with us. Come and hang out. Me deal. C2 should be joining us here soon, but you already know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Welcome to the next day.
Tennessee's the program to keep an eye on. If you want to know which program that's not currently at the head table of college football, it's Tennessee.
Now Meshak's got to go. A fire! Fire! Wins it! Jamaal Meshak wins it! He needs a strike. Burton needs a bolt. Swing and a miss! And for the first time, Rocky Top reaches the mountaintop of college baseball.
What it do, everybody. Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee here on a Sunday. It is the next day. Y'all know what to do, man. Top of the show, like, comment, subscribe, join the channel. Chat, it's yours tonight. Everybody in the chat, it is your night. We got a lot to see. You can see in the title, man, like Vandy absolutely just handled us. I felt like we never had control of the game. We could have had control of the game, but we didn't. And they gave us opportunities, to have control of the game with 2 interceptions, and still could not take advantage of those mistakes in Tennessee fashion. That was kind of the story of the year, wasn't it? Like, you get turnovers. You're one of the most highly rated turnover football defenses in the country and can't score off of them. You see in the title as well, this is a season recap. I mean, we're going to look at every single game. What went wrong? Why are we 8-4? How did we get to 8-4? And then obviously we're going to look ahead. Dylan, this don't get any easier, bro. In fact, this is going to be in recent years, this might be the toughest year in 2026 schedule-wise, especially with all the moves that have just happened literally today.
Yeah.
Just overarching thoughts from you, Dill, on last night, on the 2025 season. I'm at a loss for words, man. Like, I low-key feel like I could, like, if I really wanted to, I feel like I could just sit here and, like, shed tears with how frustrating this entire year was, man. How are you feeling after last night and looking back on this season?
Yeah, there comes a point where you can't hurt anymore. and you just got to sit there and laugh. I think I hit that point twice last night. But, yeah, overarching, looking at the season, I mean, I think realistically we all had like 9-3, maybe 8-4.
Yeah.
But when you look back on it, it's not that we lost 4 games, it's how we lost these 4 games. Because, I mean, it's been stuff that we were screaming since week like 2. Like, hey, we got to blitz more. Hey, we got to quit playing this soft zone. And, I mean, it's been stuff that not only us, I mean, people are calling it out left, right, and center. And it refuses to change. I don't know why that is. I mean, when we played 4-3 last night, we looked pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got away from it like we always do. So it's one of those things where, like you said, Hype's going to have to fire some buddies. And if he doesn't, then I fear he may be next.
Going to the chat, my man Adrian, what's good? He says if Coach Hypes don't make any coaching changes this offseason, he might be on the chopping block. Yeah, we'll dive into that. Landon Miles, what is this? It's straight up Tennessee, baby. Aaron Duck says, so we get Kiffin and Golish at home next season. Yeah, Bubba. And if you couldn't win at home this season with your home slate, boy. Kevin Smith, Hype is on a very warm seat next year, regardless. We said 8-4 was going to be okay, but after Georgia, the sky was. That's the problem, Kev. So for everybody listening to Apple, Spotify, Kevin says we said 8-4 was going to be okay, but after Georgia, the sky was the limit, right?
Right.
Because we knew how good we could be. That's what we saw. We saw how good we could be, and it never panned out really after that. And I was talking to Turner about this the other day. It might have been yesterday, Dill. And we were just talking about it after the Vanderbilt game. Like, the game was still on, but it was over, right?
Right.
And I was like, bro, when you go back and you look at this year, one field goal changed everything for us.
Yep.
Straight, like quite literally, the offense that hadn't looked the same since Georgia. Like we it's like everything that we were doing. Because look, Syracuse, even the second game, I don't remember who it was, ETSU, whatever, maybe, I don't remember. And then you get Georgia, right? Like, bro, the offense was spicy, man. Like, we were doing things, the crossers, the flat, like that all went away because of a missed field goal in week 3, Deal. Like, I find it so difficult to me that if we win that game against Georgia, I genuinely think this entire season is completely different.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot more confident after that.
Yeah. I mean, you're not far off. I don't know if I think there was something that happened at the end of that Georgia game. Because if you remember, right before Max was about to kick it, Hype was furious about something. And I think it was with Halsey, whether that be like I don't know if it was a systematic thing that they were having an issue with or what. But, I mean, we haven't seen. I really wonder if that was the game where Hype was like, I don't trust Joey Halsey. And then from then on, that's why we saw the clock management get worse. That's why we saw the timeouts get worse. That's why. Because, I mean, he didn't trust Joey Halsey, and he took play calling duties from him because we've been seeing Hype calling plays more, not more. Is that one of the things that was like, is just one of the layers to this big cake that we've made of just struggles that we've had this year?
I'll tell you, the biggest struggle has been this dang on defense, man.
Huge.
Was this statistically worse than the worst year we've had?
Yeah. 2021 was, I think we were the 91st ranked defense. We were 7th last year, and then we were 93rd ranked this year.
That tells you everything you need to know.
Yep.
We'll talk more about that here in a second. Aaron Duck in the chat was good. Aaron says Hype probably shouldn't lose to a year one goalish if he likes coaching here. Yeah. Dad 84 said good luck tonight, boys. It's gonna be a rough. Hey man, that's why we do this, man, because we come on here to hang with y'all because it hurts us all. Right. I expect Vandy fans to pull up. I hope you do, man, because we've told you, like, if you've been around this channel long enough, we don't sugarcoat things. Yes, we all said on what Monday deal, like we can lose to Vandy, but there's no way it happens. Well, golly.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith said either Vandy had our playbooks or calls. Formations were incredibly predictable. No, they just kicked our butt, man. Adrian Wells. Adrian says same mistakes every game. Penalties, missed tackles, quarterback and wide receiver not in sync. Drop it. Yeah. When things don't get better, that is not on the players. That's on the coaching staff, bro.
Every time.
Like you have you are who, like what you say, deal. When a man shows you who they are, believe it. Believe them. And they showed us, brother. They showed us Mississippi State when things were working, we stopped doing them. Welcome to Bro. What's good, C2?
What up, y'all? What up?
Well, what's not up is that we ain't 9-3. I'll tell you that. 8-4. Obliterated last night. If y'all don't know this about my boy C2, like this is one of my homies. Like this is my brother. He is probably one of the most real dudes I've ever met in my life. And when I say that, I mean that literally from the bottom of my heart. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. He can be petty. If y'all really want to see something, I wish C2 had a VolQuest subscription. Boy, them message boards would be hot, boy. Them boards would be hot. They'd be like, man, we gotta ban this dude off the message board, bro. C2,
hey, man, I was actually well behaved for a moment. Last night I posted that video. I probably posted the video of that play I sent y'all about 50 times on Twitter last night, but I had a high school defensive coordinator comment and said he didn't see anything wrong with the play. And I said, you think playing soft zone with no QB spy against a quarterback who's the leading rusher on their team and having no one other than the 4 defensive linemen between him and the line to gain is a good play? And I was like, to be fair, maybe you don't know much about the team. You know, I don't know what part of the country you're from. So then I filled him in. It's like, yeah, I still think it was a good play, though. So out of curiosity, I went and I looked up the high school he coaches at because, like Ruck says, I'm petty. And they've given up 50 points about 7 times this year. So I'm not too shocked. But I was good. I didn't go back and comment on how maybe he shouldn't be telling people what good defensive plays are and are not. Because, good God, my man, play a little defense out there.
Dude, just piss poor. I thought the effort was piss poor last night. Defensive effort. Like, guys, who's our fastest linebacker?
Perlotti.
Why was he not on the field?
Because it was senior day and we were going to play all of our oldest guys, no matter how slow and bad they are.
C2, that doesn't make a dang lick of sense, do it?
I know. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Why when Perlotti was on the field, was Diego Pavia running east and west and couldn't get out? Do you want to win? People, like, does this team want to win? No, is the answer to me. I mean, I'm watching Jeremiah Thielander look like Eeyore out there. I'm talking about I don't understand how you have an opportunity to like low-key ruin a season and instead you made your own worse, dude.
You want to make it
go for it.
Jaden Perlotti had a 100% pressure rate when he was on the field last night.
What that tell you?
Every single snap that he blitzed, he got pressure.
What does that tell you? That our coaching staff is terrible, man. And what side of the ball does he play on?
Defense.
Oh, the 93rd ranked defense in the NCAA? That's right. That's right. Terrible. No adjustments. Hey, y'all, and listen, we can talk and harp about Tim Banks. I'm just as pissed off at the offensive staff. Back-to-back weeks, and all you got to show us is 3 points between four quarters. The third and fourth quarter of Florida and the third and fourth quarter last night. You mean to tell me you only got 3 points to show for it? That is piss poor, my boys. That is horrendous. I don't care how much the players protect the coaches saying, you know, we got to execute, yada, yada, yada. Brother, Yes, Mike Matthews, you dropped a tutty to get it. Like, that was the game right there. The fact that he dropped that wide open walk-in touchdown and we had to settle for 3, that was the game. Because I think if you score a touchdown there, boys, Vandy's like that pressure is way more high than when you're up 7. Like, different, right? But again, I'm not blaming one play. That was one play within 30 minutes of football. Brother, what happened? You go 3 and out in one drive in the third quarter. You don't touch the ball again.
Nope.
3 and out. Don't look good doing it. Then you get the ball in the fourth quarter. And everything that was working, it's like, nah, guys, we're going to just go back to stretching them wide. It wasn't working. Second half. Oh, guys, you think we should probably stop running the little trap play with Deshaun Bishop? Nah, keep doing it. Keep doing the trap play because we're going to run it straight up A-gap, and we're going to keep doing it because it worked in the first half. That's what we don't do, boys. We don't make adjustments, man. This coaching staff makes no adjustment because it worked in the first half. We think, oh, let's just continue to do that. It's just
or in Banks' case, because it didn't work in the first half. Let's keep doing that.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, too, I'm pissed at the offensive line this game. Second quarter, they all quit. I saw at least 2 sacks given up to 4-man rushes.
Well, you know what it was, Dill? When Wendell went down, everybody was just like, well, you know.
Phoned it in.
Oh, woe is me. Stupid, man. Sad, bro. It's sad. It's sad. It's very, very sad. It's hurtful. It's not the Tennessee heart, bro. Like, we played with no heart. What have we said all year? Vanderbilt has heart, bro. And if they don't have the talent, which they don't, they're going to out-heart you. And that's what happened last night, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just hitting you in the mouth over and over. And, boys, I'm going to say this right now. I know he's going to go to the NFL. He's going to do fine. Colton Hood, you were exposed last night.
Bad.
My brother was exposed. We playing 10 yards off. They throw a quick comeback route. And why did he go inside? The man was 2 yards from the sideline. Like, why? What?
There's no defense for the angle he took or the attempted tackle he plays or the attempted tackle there. However, I will say that play is a 50-50 split between him and Banks.
I understand.
Because where does Colton Hood excel? Does he excel by being a guy 10 yards off the ball, or does he excel by being a physical cornerback who's up in your face, bumping you off your route at the line of scrimmage?
The answer is yes. The answer is yes to everything you just said. Like, he's
better up on the line, bumping. Yeah. Ruck, how easy would it be for you to put up that passing depth picture I sent you? Because I have a question for the
pretty
chat.
easy.
I just want to ask him.
Yeah,
hey, chat, easy. Get ready because I'm coming to you for a question. So just be prepared.
I'll just say too, Farouk is the same exact way. You play him in man coverage. Both. Are we talking
about the chart, the graph?
Yeah, the green chart.
Yeah.
That shows his passing depth.
Super easy. Yeah, that in itself is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, here, let's ride this up. Here we are.
All right, chat. Looking at this is Diego Pavia's passing depth. Ignore the Titans score up at the top. We know they suck. I just put them on because I needed to feel better about how bad we played by watching somebody worse. So, if you've never seen one of these before, everything below the blue line that says 0+ is a behind the line of scrimmage throw. From 0 to 10 is 0 to 10 yards downfield, 10 to 20, 10 to 20 yards downfield, and past 20 is a deep ball, 20+ yards downfield. So, chat, if you're looking at this chart and you're a defensive coordinator, what type of calling? Are you going to be having your cornerbacks be 8 to 10+ yards back off the line of scrimmage? Are you going to be playing a lot of zone? You know, what are you going to be doing? Just, I'm curious. I want to know. While you're thinking on that and typing that in, because I know it's a hard question. You weren't expecting to have to, think about that when you got on here today. You're not defensive coordinators that should be able to figure this out in 30 seconds, but I've got faith that some of you will get there. Anyway, tackling, terrible. Especially from the safety position. Safety position was just bad all over the field yesterday, no matter what. We had 12 missed tackles according to PFF as a team. There's probably more than that. I think, again, they only counted if you got like both arms on the guy.
Bro, 12 is enough. 12 is enough.
Mm-hmm.
It is enough. I agree with you. Let's see. 1, 5. Of those 12 missed tackles, let's see here. Yeah, 6 of those missed tackles were at the safety position. Aaron, are you a student of Tim Banks, Aaron Duck? So six of those 12 came from the safety position, which to anyone who's watching that thinks that Willie Martinez is responsible for all defensive backs, that is not the case. Tim Banks also is the safeties position coach. So all of that wonderful tackling form you see where they just torpedo themselves at the ground in front of an opposing player and hope they trip, that's Tim Banks, baby, right there. Other missed tackles, T-Lander had 4 missed tackles all by his lonesome. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. He had 4 tackles. I misread that. My bad. The bunch of the other missed tackles were on the line, like Joshua Josephs, Bryson Eason, Tyree West. Not great, but to be expected. You're going to miss 1 or 2 up at the line of scrimmage. Just you got people juking, you got blockers you're trying to make tackles through and everything like that. But anyway, guys, this was their passing direction, and Tim Banks actually did make a little bit of an adjustment at halftime. Before halftime, it was probably about 50-50 split on if we had at least one cornerback up on the line or had both of them playing off. After the half, we shifted because we decided, you know what? We did actually have a few good plays on defense in the first half. We don't want to do that. Let's just play completely off the ball. And as you can see, Diego Pavia was 100% accurate on pass plays shorter than 10 yards because there was no coverage. There was no one to break up a pass shorter than 10 yards and do anything. If you look beyond 10 yards, he was 2 of 6 with 2 interceptions. I'm sorry, 2 of 7 with 2 interceptions. He attempted 7 passes beyond 10 yards, and we were playing off like we were playing against freaking Joe Flacco back when he led the Ravens to the Super Bowl and was just throwing bombs saying, F it, one of my receivers is down there somewhere. He threw as many passes as that in the middle of the field shorter than 10 yards. It gets worse. It gets worse. Let's look real quick at how many pass yards they had on the day.
I don't even want to hear that. I don't even want to hear that number, bro.
I'm sorry, you're about to. They had 268 yards passing on the day. Want to know how much of that was yak because we were playing off and missing tackles?
You said over 175.
You're real close, Dylan. It's 180, so you were right there. Yeah. That means that Diego Pavia threw for less than 80 yards. Or sorry, not less than. He threw for 88 yards through the air all day yesterday.
Jesus.
88 yards in the air. And we're playing off like they have, speedy receivers. Follow-up question for you, Dill. How good is Turrentine in coverage?
We really doing that right now?
Yeah.
That man is not great.
Yeah. I'd say if I had to map it, we're probably pretty even in coverage, and I haven't put a football helmet on in about 5 years.
Fair. Other than maybe Cheryl, who's their biggest receiving threat?
Eli Stowers.
So why the hell do we have Turrentine and or T-Lander covering Stowers on the majority of his routes?
Because we think that we have good athletic safe. Like, if anybody, bro, should have been Farouk guarding Stowers.
Yeah.
Somebody that's more physical.
Yeah. Or I don't know, Edwin Spillman. Just throwing that out there. Maybe.
Yeah.
How the heck are you going to run a 4-3 knowing the crap we have in safety in tackling form and all of that, where the third linebacker is a safety every single play? Or in maybe 5 to 10? Instead of putting Perlotti out there, instead of putting Spillman out there, instead of putting, I don't know, you could put Ben, I forget his last name out there. I'm so frustrated with this. You could put him out there as the third linebacker for all I care, instead of having Turrentine come up and be the third linebacker. Who's he going to tackle?
Yeah, tackling's been a major issue, especially the last 2 years, but this year it's been amplified by I don't know how much. Because I know we don't tackle in fall camp. I know we don't tackle in spring camp. I don't know why that is. I know that we're risking injury and stuff like that, but there comes a point where tackling is a cornerstone of playing defense. And if you can't do that, you might as well not even play defense.
I'm gonna say this. There's a lot of people overarching, right, that we're talking about that need to be fired, right? Tim Banks. I mean, maybe Joey Halsley. Like I know we're sitting here talking about it. The strength and conditioning coach needs to get fired.
Done. Yesterday.
Bro, he was fired?
No, he should have been fired yesterday.
Yeah, bro. The fact that I haven't seen a season go by that like one of our key people are just not injured. Like I look at Alabama. I look at all of these teams out here, bro.
Yep.
They guys ain't hurt. That guys ain't hurt. Jam Miller, bro. You can't lift weights with your neck, right? Like,
no.
Like he had a collarbone. Like, what else are you gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, we're talking like hamstrings and knees and normal stuff that we should be like well aware, like okay with, brother. We are always hurt. So whoever the strength and conditioning coach is, my dog, you got to go.
Yeah. Especially on the defensive line, because Moy and Hobbs went down again yesterday.
Again.
It's been like 4 games this year where both of them have went down.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is your job. Like your job is to literally train these kids in a way to where when their bodies can fight through what this game is about. Like this game is violent. This game is physical.
Yep. And
we are the ones that are always hurt and knocked down. We're not the enforcer of injury. We are always injured. So, I mean, when you look at this season, you know, boys, like there's really not a bright spot at all. There's not one bright spot. You don't win one ranked game. The teams that you beat all have losing records. Some of them not even going to a bowl game. 2 of them that I know. Arkansas,
completely accurate.
Florida.
UTSU has a winning record, so that's almost more depressing though.
Corey, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like Arkansas not going bowling.
Nope.
Florida not going bowling. Mississippi State, are they going bowling?
Maybe just because they're an SEC team.
What did they finish? 5-7?
Oh yeah, they're not making it then.
No, 5-7, not going bowling. Kentucky not going bowling. You didn't beat a team, Tennessee, that's going to a bowl game.
Jesus.
You didn't beat one team that's going to a bowl game. Arkansas 2-10, Mississippi State 5-7, Florida 4-8, Kentucky 5-7. Oh, you want me to make this worse? Arkansas didn't win a conference game. 0-8. Florida 2-6. Kentucky 2-6. Mississippi State 1-7. this is not this is not a year that we sit here and congratulate. Like, Sven, don't be coming in here with this, man. Talking about, and you should have lost to Mississippi State. Brother, we didn't. Okay? Mr. 1-7. Sven, it's all games, man. It's all games. But we probably should have. At this point, Sven, I don't care. I don't care. We probably should have. But guess what? We didn't, so it is what it is. But
well, it's not like the schedule gets way harder next year.
Brother, we're gonna get into that in just a minute. We're gonna get into that in just a few minutes. Let me hit the chat up, boys, and let's see what's going on over here. My man Dad 84 says no adjustments on either side of the ball, week in and week out. Piss poor coach. It's all on coaches, bro. Like you cannot put that on the player. Who is put like what C2 just said a few minutes ago? Colton Hood exposed, cool, but the coaching staff got him playing 10 yards off the ball.
Yep.
So that's coaching. Adrian says Arion Carter and Chris Brazel are the only people I'm going to miss next year. Everyone else can go. Arion Carter, to me, that brother better not go to the NFL. He might not get drafted. I mean, if I'm Arion Carter, I'm coming back or, maybe transferring like he wanted to last year.
Yep.
He might go to LSU if I had to guess.
Arion Carter was the worst rated defender on our team on PFF last night.
It wasn't good. Dad 84 said, my son's middle school coach is smart enough to adjust his scheme to the players that he has and not fit them into a system that doesn't work for them. Well, check this out, Dad 84. You would think that we would recruit guys that would fit into the system that we want to run. Hot take, right? Phil Lewis, Jacoby Thomas has an outside chance at the playoffs. We swung and missed on Boo Carter, and it showed yesterday. Yeah, we should have paid Jack, bro. Should have paid Jack Thomas, and instead we paid that guy. Let's answer this question, y'all. Sven is in the chat. He says, I heard multiple times today that Josh Heupel is the favorite to get the Penn State job. What is going on? Deal, share the intel. What it's definitely a possibility. Here's the thing. Me and you, Dylan, we talked about this a few months ago. Or not months. This is a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
If Josh Heupel genuinely, he hears what the people are saying about him.
Yep.
Right? Heupel's problem in Knoxville is he won too soon. Year 2 was not supposed to go the way it went. It wasn't. It wasn't. And because of that, he has put an expectation that that's what we should be doing. And then even Nico offensively, man, that year was horrendous offensively. It was not fun to watch. Dylan Sampson, amazing. It still wasn't fun. Like I didn't enjoy just watching run, deep ball wide open, incompletion. Like that's all we did. And we made the playoff, right? Man, we had a soft schedule, but our defense was the number 7 defense in the country. Right?
Right.
If Heupel wants his winning clock to start over, it makes sense to leave now. To me, like your clock starts over, right? Like you can start all over. But here, buddy, your seat is hotter than when your mama used to beat you with a extension cord back in the day. Your butt was hot afterwards. That thing next year, bro, especially, listen, a buddy of mine, shout out to my boy Zach Carringer, today, he said, I'm not going to ask you guys these 3 things. He asked me, he said, which of these 3 things in order do you see happening? Number 1, nothing changing as far as our staff at all. Whether we fire or they leave, nothing changing. Number 2, Tim Banks gets fired. Number 3, Heupel leaves. Like in the order of how those 3 are set, where would you put them if you had to rank them 1 through 3?
In order, nothing changes. Nobody gets fired or leaves. Heupel has never fired a coach that one of his buddies that works for him. I'd have a hard time believing he's going to start now. Second, I would say someone leaving on their own volition. And then Banks getting fired is all the way at the bottom.
Golly. That's pretty sad, dude.
Yeah. I'll throw in a wild card for you. Top of my list at one, I think, is nobody gets fired. Second, I think Josh Heupel takes the Penn State job. And then the third one, I don't think this would happen this offseason. But if it comes down to it, I could see a world where Donda Plowman and Randy Boyd have to stick their neck in it, and they have to get rid of two guys, and that being Danny White and Josh Heupel.
That gets sticky.
Yeah.
Adrian says trash. Oh, Sven's still saying, listen, my man, you went 8-4 7 years ago. You get a statue for 8-win season. Calm down. 8 wins is a good. Hey,
Bro,
we understand.
7 years ago is not now.
Like the thing is like, yes, Sven, like 8 wins is good, but not the way we lost these games, my brother.
Can I preach on it?
Preach.
I'm so sick and tired of other fan bases and our fan bases saying, well, look at where we were 5 years ago.
Nah, forget
We should be happy. That is such a quitting, loser, scared to change mindset that I've ever heard in my life. The question shouldn't be, well, look at where we were 5 years ago. We should be happy with 8 wins. The question should be, where do we want to be in 5 years? Because I don't want to be sitting here in 5 years talking about, well, it was a good year, but we still didn't beat Georgia or Alabama. Because if that's the case, brother, we ain't no better than Penn State.
No.
What are we doing?
100 years ago, you'd be happy to have 150 yards passing. 50 years ago, you'd be happy to, be halfway decent against a completely different SEC. 20 years ago, not 20, let's see, where are we now? 27 years ago, we were playing for a national championship. If we want to continue bringing up past things to compare it to where we are now and be like, oh, we should be happy or we should be sad, like, that's just foolish. Heupel's record against ranked teams over the past few years is atrocious. Our defense got bailed out last year by incredible defensive line play that somehow managed to stay mostly healthy throughout the year. And sorry.
Sven, you just opened up a can, bro.
An incredible cornerback who covered for a lot of deficiencies in play calling last year. Your Tennessee guys and not Alabama, Ohio State, or Georgia, they are winning 9 to 10 games right now in their sleep, but they used to suck too. Do you remember? Here's where we're going to go with this. Do you remember when Georgia was terrible for a bit? I don't remember if he was the coach right after. Well, I was going to bring up Mark Richt as the coach who brought him up out of being terrible. I don't know if he was the coach immediately after that. But Mark Richt starts coaching there, and they're getting, they're good for 8 wins a season, maybe 9 wins. Every once in a while, they'll be in the SEC championship conversation, but they never won anything. They never won the SEC championship. They never won the title, yada, yada, yada. And as much as I like Mark Richt and think he was a great guy, a great, guy that you would want to, mentor your kid in life, he couldn't get over the hump. And so they moved on. And now they've got Kirby Smart. And they've won
I'm sorry,
multiple national championships.
Yeah, it also wasn't 15. Mark Richt was fired in 2016. So, that's 9 years ago.
So if we're going to sit here and be like, oh, but 8 wins is such a good season, we're going to be stuck in the middle of the SEC for the rest of our lives. And I can tell you right now, and this is probably going to get some people mad at me, it hurt less to lose when we knew we sucked.
Yeah.
When we knew the talent on the field was not good enough to win. And we had old Orange Britches Dooley out there. It hurt less because I expected to lose. So the few times we managed to win a game, I was happy as a clam. Yeah. What hurts now is seeing the misuse of players by coaches when we know we could be better. We could have a better record. And I know a lot of you guys don't actually go and watch film. You don't actually go and study the tape because I keep hearing from everyone how we don't have the players. We don't have the players. We don't have the players. We've had a top 15 recruiting class 5 out of the last 6 years. So if we don't have the players, then not only are our scouts bad, but the scouts everywhere else that rank recruiting classes are bad. If you're going to tell me we don't have the players, show me where we don't have the players.
And then Sven says, I don't want to troll you. It's the reality. Sven, it's not the reality for Tennessee. Tennessee under Heupel, minus year one, when we had 34 guys transfer out. 34 guys. You still go bowling that year.
Yep.
Then you turn around and go 10-2. Then if we add in the bowl game, boys, let's just do what you win 10 games in 2023. You go 10-3, right? Then last year in 2024. You win 10 games. You win 10. Sven, this is like to expect 10 games. We should be winning 10 games yearly because that's what we've been doing. We're not sitting here going backwards, bro. Like, and I know it's and listen, and Sven, listen, bro. I wish you knew me personally. I am no troll, but like you just don't understand that because Mississippi State has been good for 1 year ever. Almost like Dak took you to the promised land. Number one team in the country. That was fun football to watch because that man was killing. I ain't gonna lie. He was killing. Right. But like the last 5 years, bro, we've seen the trajectory going up. Like we now should expect this because it's Tennessee. Does Mississippi State have a national championship? I don't think so. So like we've won one. Yes, it was 27 years ago. But even in the 90s, even in the 2000s, early 2000s, Tennessee was dominance at its finest. That's who we were. People feared Tennessee, bro. So history repeats itself. And you would have thought, based off of what we've been able to do the last few seasons, that the fear would come back. But we got coaches that ain't lighting a fire under their own selves to spark that in the players. Man, I was thinking about this, and somebody was telling me about this, and I'm going to let you talk. We don't have one coach. The one coach, y'all, the one coach that we had that dog in him. We had two of them, but one is a head coach and one left us in the offseason. Alex Golesh just went to Auburn and Mike Eckler left us. We got a bunch of kitty cats over there coaching the boys. They ain't got no tenacity. Maybe Darrell Sims is the next closest guy, but I'm talking about like we don't have an a-hole, dude. We don't have an a-hole coaching. Listen, guys, I played football, basketball my whole life. I didn't never get nothing out of a coach that was nice.
Right.
And we got a bunch of nice guys, bro. And that's cool, right? Like, they going to win your families over. No. When Nick Saban went to recruit, he would tell him, hey, bro, you might not play, but I promise you're going to get a good education. You're going to get coached hard, yada, yada. Saban was a dog. I don't think that that's the way we pitch to guys, bro.
It's not.
Because I'm done.
Good. Yes, it's not. And you look at those great coaches, and you see Nick Saban, you see Kirby Smart. They are all a-holes, like you said. That's not how we recruit. That's how we end up with guys like Boo Carter because we're nice to him. We suck up to him. That's how we end up with guys like, Tyler Baird sticking around, being problems. Guys like Gerald Mincy sticking around, being problems. But there comes a point to where you have to look back and say, are we holding ourselves back? And you look at it. I mean, we were playing an SEC championship. I think the year before Philip Fulmer got fired, we were in the SEC championship.
Yeah, that was a LSU SEC championship, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yep. Orange britches. We wore all orange.
Here's the other thing. Tennessee is second in the SEC in NIL earnings.
No excuse.
Second in the SEC. We should not have the 10th ranked recruiting class. We should not be worried about building a freaking hotel and casino above G10.
Nope.
We should be trying to get transfers. We should be trying to get recruits in here. We should be trying to build this football program up back to what it was, and then everything else should follow it. We're trying to have our cake and eat it too. You can't do business like that. So there's gonna come a point, man, and I think that point is right around the corner. I think it's this off season where changes have to absolutely mandatory have to be made, or there's going to be some heads that got to roll.
And Sven, I don't know how old you are. Maybe all you've ever known is Tennessee football sucking. I'm gonna give you a couple quick facts here I mean, you're right. Right now, we're not going to win 9 or 10 games in our sleep like Alabama or Georgia. So you're right there. But that has not been who we are historically. In terms of total games won, Tennessee, if you don't count FCS and Ivy League schools, because Yale, Harvard, and Penn are above us in games won because they've existed for 8 million years playing football. We are 11th among current FBS schools, 11th. And that is behind some of these schools have played 200-300 more games than we have over the course of their history. But if you want to look at win percentage, we are 10th among FBS schools. And that's ahead of Georgia by 1, by the way. And that, keep in mind, that's with 20 years of absolute trash on the field being factored in. And this was updated yesterday. So it includes this year of trash on the field in the games we've lost. Historically, Tennessee is one of the powerhouses of college football year in and year out. And we have just completely gone away from that because we have decided to hire the nice guy or hire guys with a lot of friends that don't want to fire their friends, or just not recruit where we clearly need better players, or recruit players that fit our system. It's not ancient history. It's the whole course of everything up through this year.
He's a Vandy guy. He says anchor down. Listen, bro, let me say this before you go, C2. So, hey, DP 5707. Hey, respects. What you're not gonna get from us is a reaction. Like we understand what our team was this season. We understand. So like, and if you're coming in here to troll and do what you want to do, whatever. Like you can do your thing, man. Like it's fine. You won't get a massive response from us, man, because this is what we expected. We didn't necessarily expect to lose that game because we don't lose to you all. But it's just not something we do, but we did. And it's fine. It is what it is. Like just another layer to a piss poor year for Tennessee. It is what it is. Hey, our boy Kyle in the building. What's up, Kyle? It's your favorite Sooner in this mug. What's up? What up, Kyle? Good to see you, bro. What y'all think about this right here?
Can I say one thing real quick? Because this is the only thing I was going to say to DP.
Yep.
You brought up he's a Vandy fan. I know he's a Vandy fan. I expect Vandy fans to be a step above the rest of the SEC when it comes to intelligence. So when that's all you have when you come in here to try and troll, it's disappointing. As Ruck said at the beginning of this video, I'm a very petty person. So I love when people come in and try and troll. It's just unfortunately, all of the Vandy fans we've had come in on any of the videos I've been in have been really bad at it. And maybe it's the not being used to winning any time before last year. I don't know. But like a little bit of intelligence, a little bit of wit would go a long way. At least be funny.
Whoa, wait.
That's
now this is another cat. I think I don't know. Didn't take Vandy, Indiana, Miami, Alabama to long to build back.
You need to take the back off the end of your sentence for Vandy and Indiana, because they didn't build back. They built there for the first time in their history.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people, man. I want to answer this, y'all. Tag along 24. What's good, tag along? He says, would anyone be truly upset if Heupel left? Here's what I'll say, and then you boys take it. No one will be necessarily upset that he left, but now we don't really have anyone else out there that's worth us saying, yeah, come on in. Unless somebody like wild, like that we never thought would leave, would come, right? Past that makes no sense. So
I mean, if we could steal BYU's coach,
I ain't heard none of that though.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just saying he's a good coach.
And I mean, dude, you go to BYU if you really can go to BYU and coach, I mean, like, you really live that Mormon life, bro.
Yeah, there's definitely religious ties there.
That's probably true.
You know what I mean? So, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just, if that's what you are, that's what you do. Cool.
Right.
But to answer the question, there's two scenarios I would be like truly, truly upset. I don't want us to get rid of Heupel unless, of course, he refuses to make the changes that need to be made in the coaching staff. Unfortunately, I think that's the case, but he'll be here through next year unless he leaves of his own volition. But if he leaves, the two scenarios that I would be devastated by him leaving is if we make either of our coordinators head coach in his stead. If that happens, I probably won't watch a minute of UT football next year, y'all.
Yeah.
I won't do that to my mental health.
My man Adrian in the chat says Nick Saban and Kirby both played defense in college. That makes sense why they have that dog mentality. Yeah. I mean, true. Totally. My man What a Mama says, I agree with what you said in one of your last streams, Ruck. Heupel is just a step above, but I mean, I'm just saying.
8-4 with a loss to Vandy.
I mean,
I got
sounds pretty familiar.
Yeah. Very, very familiar. Very, very familiar. Let's see. Kyle says, can we combine OU's defense and Tennessee's offense? It would save us both a lot of stress. They win a natty every year. We call it Oklahoma. Yeah. straight up.
I'm down for that.
That'd be a scary team, bro. That would be
for sure whoop Texas every year.
That would be a very scary team, bro. Tagalong also says no coach in the past decade had lost to Vandy and survived. Coach better make the changes or he will be the change.
Yep.
That's real. Yeah. I mean, dude, it's because you don't lose that game. Like, you don't lose to Vanderbilt. You don't. And you just did. So Sven says if Heupel leaves, you are in trouble. Yeah. No one is.
Probably.
Are we there?
I mean, like, in trouble, I don't know. But in trouble next year? Yeah, for sure.
I think we're doing next year, regardless.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah. I mean, if we don't change anything, if nothing changes, deal, yes.
Right.
Like, if nothing at all changes, then yes, it's over. It's over with next year.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question to Brandon in the chat? Brandon, why do you want to fire Willie Martinez?
Yeah, as well.
We'll take that in a second. Erica Anderson says, Auburn alum here. At least you're going bowling. Our trash was way worse than yours. And we are on year 5 of a historic dumpster fire. Hey, I'm going to tell you something right now, Erica. You are on the up. You are on the up.
Starting next
I
year.
can promise you. You are on the up. You got a dog. You got a dog. And this guy can coach freaking football.
Yep.
He's an incredible coach. And that offense is going to leave you in awe. If you keep if he can keep Daniels, Deuce Knight, Cam Coleman, y'all will average 50 points next year. I promise. You. It'll be fun. You may not stop anybody, but you're going to outscore people. So,
well, I got DJ Durkin down there still.
That's fine. Is he going to stay?
I'm not sure. But if he does, that's a scary football team, dude.
That's a very, 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 very scary football team if he sticks around. Whew, that could get wicked. He said, yeah, that's cute. How about this Pavia and rushed your entire
He sure did.
He did.
Our DC is allergic to the QB spy.
Yeah.
And apparently does 0 game preparation. So you are absolutely right. Diego Pavia ran all over our team.
Yeah, man. He crushed. He had an awesome, he played a great game.
Although I'm pretty sure I could outrun Zoolander, but
yeah, that's very true. That's true. Says, what's up, AJ? Trevor here from Houston. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Trevor Ferguson? T Ferg? Is that who that is? Let me know. So go ahead. Brandon Firewinner, he said alongside Tim Banks. Hold on. Kirby and Saban both lost to Vandy in year 1. That's fine. It ain't year 5. Sven, we're in year 5, blood. What are you talking about? Brandon says 2016 season all over again.
I wouldn't go that far. We beat somebody of note in 2016.
Yeah, Tagalong says Martinez has been better than Banks. Martinez coaches corners who have been good. Look at Redmond. Yeah, Ty Redmond's going to be one of them guys. Banks is a coach that has got to go.
Necessity.
Yeah.
Brandon, the corners can cover. You're thinking of the safeties, man. If you look at this season as a whole, by the way, Colton Hood has allowed a 51% reception percentage, and that's with us calling crap plays that have him, go way back. And then you've got Ty Redmond, who's allowed 60.9 reception percentage as a true freshman. Again, on plays where we are calling him off to play 10 yards off. It's hard to cover somebody on 3rd and 5 when you're 5 yards further past the yard they need to get to. In fact, we have 3 cornerbacks on our team this year who have a 61.5% completion percentage allowed or better. The safeties cannot cover, but even though it says DB coach next to Willie Martinez's name, Tim Banks coaches the safeties. And you have to remember that both of our starting cornerbacks have been out the entire season. So to do what he's done with the cornerbacks this year, and then to tell him you want him fired when he's got a true freshman out there in Redmond playing like he is ridiculous. Yeah. And I understand not everyone knows that he only coaches cornerbacks, but it is the safeties on this team in the secondary that are the problem. And Tim Banks is responsible for that and the play calling, and both are the most egregious issues on our defense by far.
It's bad. Adrian says, who would y'all rather have, Heupel, Mark Richt, Chris Peterson, or Lane Kiffin?
I'd do unspeakable things for Lane Kiffin right now.
That's wild, bro. Pause. That is wild. But I understand what you mean. My man Oreo Puppy Dog says we regress since Georgia. I'm telling you, that game took it out of us. It took everything away from us, man. Like a field goal, bro. A field goal took everything away. Sucks. Lamons, what's good? My man Lamons in the thing says, yeah, our safety play is atrocious. It's the worst thing about our defense, man.
100%.
It says, was Tim back there in 2016? No.
Did we have the talent we had back then in 2016?
We had good teams, C2, but nah.
Mm-mm.
Look, Kyle says, I live near Baton Rouge. LSU is about to be so lethal, bro. I may step foot in public during football. I might not step foot. I might not step a foot in public during football season. Yeah, bro. Not me. I wouldn't either, my dude, because the league is in trouble, bro. Mm-hmm. like he ain't gonna have to do anything, y'all, to recruit that state. Except you seen my track record. If you want to come and play in a fun offense and win, come on. That stadium, when they're good,
it's so easy to win at LSU, bro. You look at Ed Orgeron. I mean, Les Miles. Those are not good coaches.
Coach O won a chip, bro.
Yeah.
Coach O won a chip, dog.
All you gotta do is recruit well and not shoot yourself in the foot, and you can win a natty.
So Scott Heathco says, if a field goal crushed your spirit, you didn't have spirit to begin with.
Yeah, we're soft.
It did, bro. I mean, you missed, like, that was dude, you played the best that we've played in 5 seasons in that game, other than Alabama 2022.
Yeah.
Look, and then he said, a missed field goal by a 12-year-old ruined us. Oh, man. Kyle said, oh, wait. DP55, well, he said, curious question, and then I'll leave you guys alone. Did any of you 3 predict Vandy winning? Did you predict the final score? We did not predict Vandy winning, but here's what we did say is Vandy can definitely beat Tennessee. We said that all week. Like, right. Vandy, this Vandy team could definitely beat Tennessee with how we played all season. And last night was one of those nights where we played like punks. Punks. That's the best way to explain it. Played like punks. And that's what happened. So I will tell you this, DP, I will never pick Vanderbilt to beat Tennessee ever. Because it doesn't. You win once every 12 years?
No.
Like it, and listen to the thing. When you've not been good, hardly really, James Franklin had some good teams, but they still weren't incredible. Right? So when you're not a good program, 1 year does not turn things around. So when all these guys, Stowers and Cheryl and Pavia, when they all gone, yeah, you might have Jared Curtis coming in. He ain't never played big boy football his entire life.
Ever. And every single one of their offensive linemen is a graduate transfer.
Right.
Here's what I'll say to that too, DP. I did not predict them to win, but you can ask these guys in our text group. You can ask the people in our Discord that I said all week it would be the most Tennessee thing ever to go into the swamp and beat Florida and break that streak and then come back to Neyland and lose. Yep. And even if we had a better defensive coordinator, we could have still lost that game because while the talent difference is huge between the two, Vandy just has that fight in them that absolutely has to be respected. Totally. I can't stand Diego Pavia as a person. I just can't. But dude fights for every single yard and will talk smack to anybody. And I respect that as a competitor for sure. We also had pretty close games. I don't remember exactly what the scores were for sure. And just real quick, Brandon, you said Georgia attacked Colton Hood. My man, Colton Hood allowed 5 yards against Georgia and a 25% completion percentage. Go back and study a little bit. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm not trying to be a jerk.
I'm sitting there watching a basketball game freaking out. My bad.
I promise. I'm not trying to be a jerk. But you need to go back and look at the actual information from people who know defense, who know football, because Colton Hood and Ty Redmond are the 2 highest rated players on our team in coverage. Absolutely. And it's not close. And they have played excellent all year long. Colton Hood has constantly been mentioned as one of the best cornerbacks in the league, not by us, by national media. And you know how hard it is for any Tennessee player to get attention from the national media. So go back, go look at some actual games. I know we're all up in our feels. We're all angry. It's real easy to point fingers and blame where it doesn't belong.
Yeah.
But go back and take a look. Our cornerback play has been great. Our safety play has been atrocious.
Let's see. Nolan Sweeney. We're going to end with this one, y'all, because I feel like we could sit here for another hour. Chat's been great. Thank y'all so much, man, for the love, man. It's been a great night. Nolan says this: after seeing Georgia and Oklahoma at Neyland, did you think Vanderbilt looked like a playoff team? No. But here's what I will say. That's a really good football team this year. Like that was a good team this year. Whoever they would play in the first round, they would be like an 11 or 12 seed, right? Like you're going to be playing, an Oregon, a Texas Tech. I mean, I think that's built.
Yeah. It's wraps.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it's a good team, but playoff team is kind of a stretch. Like, to be real, Tennessee wasn't a playoff team last year, and we made the playoff. So, like, at the end of the day, like, Vandy could make the playoff and still not be a playoff team. Like, Tennessee was – dude, we were not good last year. Like, we made it because our schedule was soft, and we won the games that we should have won, right? Like, in recent history, we beat Alabama at home, right? We beat Florida at home whenever they come to need. Like, that's what we've been doing. So, like, you won the games you were supposed to win, and you still lost a game you weren't supposed to lose in Arkansas in 2024, right? So, I don't know. I don't think that Vanderbilt's necessarily a playoff team, but I think it was a good team this year, and I really do. Like, I give flowers where flowers are due, and heart, man. When you play with heart, you will win games.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's going to keep Vandy from advancing in the playoffs if they make the playoffs. They have a 15% blue chip ratio.
Yeah, it will catch up to you.
100%.
They do have a great coach, Oreo. You're right about that, though. Vandy's coaches are great coaches.
Yeah, offensive coordinator is he puts it. You know what he does? Whatever his team is good at, that's what he does. Oh my God. Groundbreaking news.
Going off of the current AP poll, knowing that we wouldn't have conference championships haven't been played yet. Sure, Brandon. Going off of the current AP poll, if they are 11 they would be playing Ole Miss, which would probably be the only chance they have to win if that held up, because they would be playing a team that's losing almost its entire coaching staff. But even then, I think Ole Miss just has too many weapons for them to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Or they would be playing Texas Tech, which I know has too many weapons for most teams outside of the top 10 to stop. Their offense is ridiculous, and they're on their backup quarterback, right? Their starters injured, and they're still lighting people up like 4th of July out there.
I will say, if they get matched up with Texas Tech, Diego Pavia needs to know 2 words, and it's Jacob Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's insane. He said, okay, at least you admit that UT wasn't last year, but I disagree with your thoughts on Vandy. Not many would want to play us right now. That's fine. And you can feel like, bro, you're on a high.
Right.
DP, you're on a high, man. Like, I get it. And I agree with that. I think, like I said, I think Vandy is a good team. But when we talk about being a playoff team, that's a different type of, like, who in the top 6 teams do y'all really think Vanderbilt could beat right now?
This is going to get crazy.
Nobody, right? Could Vanderbilt beat Ohio State?
God, no.
No.
Can Vanderbilt beat Indiana?
No.
Can Vanderbilt beat Oregon?
No.
Can Vanderbilt beat Texas A&M?
Hell no.
Can Vanderbilt beat Ole Miss?
No.
Potentially.
Can Vanderbilt beat Texas A&M?
You already said that one.
Yeah.
Or sorry, I meant to say Texas Tech.
No.
We couldn't either, by the way. I'm not saying we could. Our defense
that is all but that's all I'm saying.
out.
It's like, I am a realist, y'all. Like, we were not a playoff team and made it because of just record, man. Like, and you won the ranked games you should have won.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what got you in last year. So, but like I said, boys, we got to wrap, man. We'll be on here for another hour with this chat, man. Thank you, chat, so much for the love tonight. We will be back live on Tuesday night. Football's over, so our schedule is going to change a little bit. So we'll be live on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. Start to try to get that kind of switched around. And then when there's a big basketball game, we're going to do some watch parties where, you know, you can't stream live on YouTube, but we can stream live and watch the game outside of the stream. So we can be watching it on our TVs while we stream and talk about it. Just have some good nights together over the course of this basketball season, because this team's legit. This team is for real. And I can't wait to see kind of what Barnes does. But we'll be back live on Tuesday night. Boys, y'all got anything, man, before we close it up?
Go Vols, Pirates, and Banks.
One last thing. I do not think Willie Martinez deserves to get fired at all. However, I will say this. If the cost of getting rid of Tim Banks is firing Willie Martinez, that call should have been made 30 seconds after the end of the game yesterday. I think he's done a great job with the corners, but yeah, let's get Tim Banks out here. That's all I care about. All I want, all I need. Go Vols.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Thank you for tapping in on the next day. Man, what a time to be alive. So for my guy Dill, for my man C2, man, you already know what it is. It's your boy Ruck in the building, and it's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you live Tuesday night.